Ooh-wee. Well, guys, today was one hell of a drop. See here, we opened up at 77, and we hit a low at 220, and we closed at 28, guys. And this is called a shooting star, which basically just means that when you see this right here, chances are it's the beginning of a downturn. Okay, and being that we closed on a shooting star on the weekly chart, means that most likely we're about to come back down to this 4100 level here. That's what I believe we got to look forward to next week. If we break the 4200 level, okay, because there's a possibility that this could just be a pullback and we continue upward momentum. But for now, we're going to be watching this 4200 level next week, and if we break it, we know for a fact that it's 9 times out of 10 coming back to 4100. Okay, guys. But for the most part, it was a really good week, and it's been a really good couple of weeks. I mean, That's how many weeks it's been good here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we had like 5 weeks of straight lift off. Okay, guys. So, if you're nervous about next week, yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would suggest that you go into next week cautious and prepare to protect your portfolios. Okay, just in case we're about to come back down this area or even lower. Okay. So yeah, that's my outlook going into the weekend with the S&P 500. I'm gonna delete these right here. We're gonna go ahead and take these off. Okay. So right now, guys, we're in a downtrend. Right? We're in a downtrend. We're in a downtrend, which means we've been projecting downwards, and so on a weekly chart here, it looked like we could fall back down to these levels right here, and bounce. And when we get to this level, right, this point right here, is where we're going to get into the crossroads, guys. Whether we're going to continue to the upward or we're going to continue downwards. So we shall see. Okay, I mean, if we don't have to follow this, it could break this pattern, but right now we're on a downward trajectory. And yeah, so what does that mean? Well, like I said, you want to prepare to protect your portfolio. If you're into Forex, you want to be looking to buy the dollar, right? You want to be looking to sell gold because the dollar's about to get stronger. Let's see here. Let's look at DXY. You'll see the DXY is taking a different. DXY is in a strong uptrend, guys, on the weekly. Woo! Man, yeah, this is the strongest it's been since 2017. Wow. The dollar's stupid strong right now, guys. So definitely not a good time to be buying gold, right? So next week I'll be looking to short, most likely, unless there's a reason not to. From the technical, fundamentally speaking, everything looks bullish and looks good, but the technicals is diverging from the narrative, right? Which, I mean, I know at some point it's going to come to a head with the Fed and inflation. Depending on what inflation looks like next month and CPI. But if inflation has stabilized, right, it's going to be extremely bullish. and there'll be no need for the Fed to continue to raise rates, right? So we'll be looking out for that. Not necessarily next week, but that's going to be key to how this year turns. And usually around September, October, the market's normally bearish anyway. So it could just be a seasonality thing, guys. So because the market's moving in cycles and herd mentality moves the markets in droves. So maybe that's what we're looking at here, because fundamentally there's literally almost no reason to really be bearish. But hey, we shall see. But I am going to go next week. I don't, like I said, I don't marry a bias. Even though I'm overall bullish, I trade with the trend, and if the trend says, hey, go bearish, then I'm going to go bearish until otherwise, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm a trader, and I like to navigate the markets. And if you don't know how to move with the bias, then you obviously ain't that good at navigating the markets. So you have to learn to navigate these markets. When it's time to be bull, you're bull. When it's time to be bear, you can still be a bull, depending on if you believe in whatever you're investing in. But I believe everyone should know how to be a bear when it's time to be, when the overall market turns. Okay, so next week we're looking at a bearish bias as of right now. But we shall see Monday. If that changes Sunday night going into Monday, at that time, we'll know. Okay, so with that being said, let's look at NASDAQ. Same thing with NASDAQ. We touched above the 13,600 this week, but we couldn't hold above it. Okay, which was a very important level. Now, how far do we believe we can go? This NASDAQ can fall? Well, we're going to be targeting this area right here. Okay, so what's that? About 12,900. So we'll be targeting about 12,900 area for next week to the downside. And if that holds up and retrace, that'd be great. But if that breaks, then we could be looking at somewhere down here. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting upcoming week, and we're going to trade it accordingly. Okay, let's draw a trend line here. Okay, now with this trend here, I want to see this trend line broken to the upside, but if it doesn't break, then we'll trade it accordingly. All right, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, if you disagree with my thesis and the narrative, please help me become a better trader. This isn't, yes, it's a solo sport, but there's more than enough in the markets to discuss and grow together. Okay, so by all means, please put your feedback, your comments, suggestions, questions, whatever you have it below, and be sure to like this video, share this video with someone else who may be starting this journey or further along in this journey that may have something to offer. And subscribe to the channel, guys. I do this every day, Monday through Friday, morning and in the evening. Okay, so with that being said, I will see you guys Monday morning. I may or may not make one of these videos on Sunday evening. We shall see. But most likely I won't. But if not, I'll see you guys Monday morning. Alright. 1 second here. Until next time, folks. Peace.